Hey weirdos, I'm Alaina.
And I'm Ash.
And this is super, super morbid.
Morbido.
It's just morbid.
Yeah, no Morbido.
Yeah, no Morbido,
She
no
just
more
gave
verse.
me a death stare.
I don't know
was
why.
scared.
I didn't mean to.
Whoa.
I think I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling frisky tonight.
It's the new hair.
It is. It is.
It's redder, so it's more fiery.
Yeah, I had to dye my hair, and I have been dyeing it the same, like, auburn color, keeping it real, keeping it 100. And then Ash went and picked out a much friskier color than I'm
way better.
used to. And it's like a dark red, and I'm not sure about it, but I like it a lot more than what I've liked previously, different like deviations I've taken from my auburn color.
I think it looks really good because I think it warms up your face.
And you know what? I trust you because you're smart and you're a hairstylist.
Yeah.
So.
And also I gave you a blow dry last night, so you have to
Okay. Ash gave me the best blow dry.
Okay.
Okay. I was like, first of all, let me
fucking pour this hot tea all up on your face.
Guys, everybody should get a blow dry by Ash Kell.
Don't tell them that.
Because holy hell.
People are going to be in my DMs like, blow dry my hair.
Blow dry my hair.
I'd be like, I don't even do my own fucking hair anymore.
It's true, though. That blow dry was great.
I'm glad you liked it.
I feel like a movie star.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
The funny thing is, I used to be like really bad at blow drying hair. My boss used to make fun of me and used to like literally use me as an example for new assistants and be like, Ashley used to suck.
But look how good she is
like,
now.
Don't call me Ashley, I'll kill you.
But you're so good now.
Yay.
You are. I love it.
You know what else we're pretty good at together collectively?
What are we good at?
Live shows.
We sure are.
I love live shows.
I love live shows.
It's 8338. Normally, my password... Actually, I'm not going to say what it is normally. No, I am. Normally, my password is fart. And I think it's funny for my phone.
I was going to say not password for anything, like,
literally
in
nothing
life.
else. Just
but
my
just
phone,
her phone.
Which now I'm going to have to change.
Yeah.
In case I ever lose my phone, I guess. But for my for my iPad, it's not. And she was just trying to open it. Anyways, we're good at live shows. Our next one is... April 14th at the Punchline Comedy Club in Philadelphia.
Be there, be square.
I'm gonna eat 5 cheesesteaks.
I'm gonna go to the Mutter Museum.
Shout out to the person that messaged me on my Instagram and told me where not to get cheesesteaks.
Yeah, that's key.
I was like, thank you. That's
not
nice.
all heroes wear capes.
No. Then the next night we're gonna be in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, we're gonna see all the monuments.
The D.C. Improv.
Hell yeah.
That's April 15th. May 6th. We will be in Huntsville, Alabama at Stand Up Live.
Sure will.
And the week before that, I want to say it's like the 1st, maybe it's the 3rd. I don't know. Google it. We'll be at CrimeCon.
We sure will, and I am so excited.
I think you can still buy tickets.
I think you can.
Buy them.
And if you want to use Mobo code.
Mobo code.
If you want to use the Mobo code, the promo code Morbid2020, you can get some situation. I don't know. It's cool. Use our code.
Perfect. Then,
something happens when you use it.
Okay, wait. Whoa. So May 7th, we're going to be at Zanies, which is in Nashville, Tennessee.
Very
Did you
excited.
know that Jackie Schimmel did a live show there?
Wait.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I meant to text you, but then I was in the shower and my hands were really wet, so I was like, don't text her yet. And then sometimes I fall if I text in the shower.
If you need a podcast that is outside of true crime, because sometimes I feel like we all sometimes need a break. I know researching it constantly and stuff has caused me to need a lot more breaks from it. Just like some good, just fun podcasts. Yeah. That's why I listen to like Watch What Crappens and the Sexy Unique podcast.
And The Bitch Bible.
Newest one is The Bitch Bible with Jackie Schimmel. It's fucking hilarious.
It's
if
amazing.
you don't have a sense of humor, don't listen to it because you'll get very offended at various things. But if you have a great sense of humor, go listen to it and you will love it.
It's incredible.
She is amazing.
Her husband wakes her up with a matcha latte every day, so I aspire to be her.
She's amazing. So
I don't
go
even
listen
fucking
to
like
it.
matcha.
Go listen to it.
Okay, but anyway, so we're gonna be at Zanies where fucking Jackie Schimmel, the queen, was.
Hell yes.
So listen to our podcast, Jackie Schimmel. May 7th, we will be there early, and then we'll be there late. We'll be there 2 times.
We're gonna be all up in there. We're gonna be all up in you, Nashville.
I'm gonna be glued to my seat at Zanies.
That's right.
Taxidermy me there. Anyways, after that, June 12th, which is my birth weekend. So
weekend of birth. Whoa. What was that?
That was me laughing.
It's been a situation tonight.
We're going to be June 12th at Talia Hall in Chicago.
Oh, that place looks so badass.
I think Annie's going to come to that one.
Yay, Annie.
Yay. She's also coming to Philly and DC.
Yay, Annie.
Woo.
And John will be coming to various ones.
And just remember that, like, my birth weekend in Chicago.
Just saying.
June 12th. My real birthday is June 8th.
I was going to say that's not your actual birthday, but...
It's my birth weekend.
That's your birth weekend. I'm sorry.
And June is my birth month. So everybody that comes to a show in June, just remember how special June is.
Wowzers.
You're welcome.
There you go.
I'm humble.
So now that we've discussed Ash's birth weekend and month and day, I think we should just dive right into this case because I'm real excited about it.
Do you think I'm a narcissist?
Yes. Because you just brought it back to you when I tried to bring it to the case.
I had to ask that before.
Do you see what I do with everybody? You see this?
Well, I just had to ask. Anyways,
so back to the case. We are doing the case of the mummy in the drag queen's closet.
And no, not mummy as in like English mummy.
No, like an actual like Egyptian almost mummy.
Mummified
not quite, but like
corpse.
Yeah. So this is a story surrounding Dorian Corey. Mm-hmm. If you guys have not seen the documentary Paris is Burning by Jenny Livingston,
doing with your life,
go watch it because it'll just change everything about you. So do it. So I was going to do two cases in this episode that are both part of Paris is Burning, like revolve around people in Paris is Burning. But I got so into the Dorian Corey case that I've decided we will cover the other one in a separate episode because
it'll be Paris is Burning Part 2.
Exactly. So the other case I was going to cover was the really sad and tragic murder of Venus Extravaganza.
Ugh.
We will cover that in another one. But tonight is Dorian Corey's night.
Also, if you don't watch Pose, which is, I think it's on FX, it's also on Netflix now. Paris is Burning. That's what they based Pose off of.
Yes,
I cannot speak. It's good that this is your case.
It's happening today.
I'm like,
So Paris is Burning, in case you don't know what it is, it's a documentary film from 1990. It was made by Jenny Livingston. The film explores the underground drag ball culture from the time, which is still going on today. Mm-hmm. It's just like, a lot of people don't know about this, but this film really dives deep into it, and it really displays the challenges that these people faced while trying to be who they are.
I was going to say just
express their creativity. There's discussions of racism, homophobia, transphobia, class discrimination. They talk about AIDS, the fear that surrounds the word AIDS, and how AIDS was often hurled as like an insult. Mm-hmm. Like as soon as they meet a queer person, they're like, "You must have AIDS." It's like so
straight people can get AIDS
terrible.
Too, you fucking idiot.
It's so terrible. They talk about sex work and how some queens at the time had no choice but to resort to it to survive. Mm-hmm. And so they talk about the challenges for sure, and it's eye-opening. It's tragic at times, but it's also amazing and inspiring at times. So aside from the challenges and the hardships, the film also explores like the fascinating side of drag ball culture. Mm-hmm. We get to see how voguing came into the lexicon,
which is the most incredible thing I've ever
seen. It's amazing to watch.
Because it's not just like
Vogue
did not come from Madonna.
No, and that's the thing that it's like a lot of people think Madonna, because I think, and I could be wrong, I believe I read somewhere that she called herself like the mother of voguing.
She's not.
She saw a drag ball, and that's where she got the idea for the song Vogue and everything. But like her Vogue of just like framing her face is not
that's
what
barely
voguing
anything.
Is.
She would have lost that ball competition.
Like voguing is some serious shit. Like I was gonna mention this at the end, but I know we talked about America's Next Top Model and how we were watching old episodes.
It's incredible.
I think we talked about it last week in the last week's episode. But if you guys ever watched that show and they had like this posing expert on, Benny Ninja, he's from this drag like queen ballroom voguing scene, like, and I'll get into it later. But it's so all around us and so ingrained in everything, and we don't even know it. Mm-hmm. So Madonna did not start the voguing thing. So you find out in this documentary what reading is, how the term shade and realness were introduced into the mainstream culture, And it gave me an appreciation for the influence that ball culture has had on us all now.
Yeah. You don't even realize it.
We all say, yes, queen, and like call people shady and say like realness and be like, oh my God, that she just got read to filth. You know what I mean? Like all that shit. This is all directly from these ball competitions. That's directly from them. They made that shit up. They brought that shit into the lexicon.
And it lasted.
And here's Dorian. I had to include this clip because it makes me laugh every time, talking about shade and how, and realness and all that.
I'm so ready for this.
Then reading became a developed form where it became shade. Shade is, I don't tell you you're ugly, but I don't have to tell you because you know you're ugly. And that's shade.
I love that.
That is my favorite thing ever.
Wait, that's like in Mean Girls when she's like, I don't hate you because you're fat.
You're fat because I hate you. Amazing. It's crazy. So the balls were initially kind of started around the 60s, and they were mainly just for queer people of color to have a place to express themselves and a community of safety and acceptance. Mm-hmm. And it still is today at this point. Voguing was created at these balls. We get to see in this film all the massive preparation that goes into a ball, like from the costumes, which most of them create themselves from scratch. Mm-hmm. The themes, the performance, the competition, and the different houses that came about as a result. So, like we said, Benny Ninja is from the House of Ninja. So the houses, you know, House of Ninja, House of LaBeija, House of Extravaganza, House of Corey. These houses were created in the vein of famous fashion houses like Chanel, mm-hmm. Dior. They were created as a sanctuary for members of the drag community, and these houses have house mothers, they have house fathers.
And a lot of these people like straight up live together.
Oh yeah, they literally act like surrogate families. Right. And for performers, they provide shelter, food, support. I mean, they
became
help.
families.
Yeah, they literally are. Like and again, we're not talking about Venus Extravaganza in this one, but I believe one of Venus Extravaganza's actual like siblings after her death was referred to her drag family and her actual family.
Wow.
And he said like her drag family. Mm-hmm. And that was the Extravaganzas were her drag family. Mm-hmm. So they really were. Now, among the various characters that this documentary put into the spotlight is drag queen legend Dorian Corey. Dorian Corey kind of she like resides over the documentary as this like grand queen.
She's like the mother of
she just
the documentary.
She provides this amazing commentary over it, and she's seen for much of it in her own apartment. Slowly in her apartment's just like you see feathers everywhere and just like glamour everywhere.
It's what I'd like when I live by myself.
But it's also like this like dark kind of like seedy kind of apartment, but it has all this like glamour shit everywhere. And she's seen for most of it in that apartment, slowly getting ready in full drag. Mm-hmm. Like she starts out with no makeup on. Her hair's just in a little bun. She's wearing just like a regular little like silk robe. And then she sits at her makeup table with her makeup mirror all backlit. And she puts on a full face. And it's just slowly happening in front of you.
It's like a transformation.
Yeah. And it's like throughout the whole documentary, she's just putting on this full face while like giving this amazing commentary. It's just awesome. Dorian was the house mother of her own house, House of Corey. Mm-hmm. She was on the Joan Rivers show in 1991 after this came out, after this Paris is Born came out. And she explained the house culture as, quote, you lend money to your friends, not very much money, and give advice sometimes. If someone got evicted or whatever, you might take them in. Mm-hmm. So she actually was initially house mother to one Angie Extravaganza, who went on to form the House of Extravaganza.
Which is also the first episode of Pose.
Exactly.
Shout out to Annie.
Dorian's birth name was Frederick Legg. She was born and grew up in Buffalo, New York in 1937. She grew up on a farm and began doing drag at a very early age in Buffalo. She ended up graduating from Parsons School of Design, which is where Project Runway used to be filmed in the good old days of Project Runway.
Heyo.
Now they have Karlie Kloss being the host, and I
don't
hate
like her.
it. And Tim Gunn isn't even on there. I won't even get onto that.
I don't understand why they got rid of Tim Gunn.
It's awful.
I mean,
I love Christian Siriano, but he's no Tim Gunn.
Nobody's a Tim Gunn other than Tim Gunn.
But I digress. She started out as a window dresser, which is actually where a lot of famous people in fashion started. Like Giorgio Armani actually started out as a window dresser.
It's kind of like a good way to dip your toe in.
It is, because it's design.
Right.
She was extremely talented in design, and she used these talents in her education from Parsons to become one of the most sought-after costume designers and seamstresses. There we go. I did it. Seamstresses.
Lots of
there we go.
S's.
I got it. Seamstresses for the drag ball scene in New York City. So throughout the 1960s, she actually toured with a drag cabaret group called the Pearl Box Revue.
Yes.
Amazing. She often performed with a giant live boa constrictor a la Britney.
Why wouldn't you?
Way before Britney. See how everybody's just...
Full circle.
The group toured a ton of venues along the East Coast. They even had an LP called Call Me Mister from 1972, and it was like 4 of them, and she was a part of it. She became a fixture at the drag balls in New York City in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. She won over 50 grand prizes at the balls. She mentored younger participants and also created costumes for them. Mm-hmm. In the 80s, Dorian was a mainstay as the performer at Sally's Hideaway in New York City, which was a prominent venue for drag performers.
Cool.
She also moved over to Sally's 2, which the original burnt down, the original Sally's Hideaway. So they moved to another place and just called it Sally's 2.
That's cool.
She was beloved. I mean, beloved. I mean, super... Nobody had really a nasty thing to say about her. All they would say was, like, she was gentle, she was kind, she would, like, do anything for anyone, but you did not fuck with her. That's the only thing that people said. They were like, she would never come at you.
Unless you came at her.
Unless you provoked her. And It was like, but when do not fuck with her. Which I love.
I love that. That's my favorite quality.
That's all I want. Like, be a good person, but, like, don't be fucked with.
No.
That's all you need to be.
Don't let people fuck with you.
Now... drag queens of all ages and backgrounds said they could count on Dorian as a mentor, as a shoulder to cry on if needed. She would give out advice, clothing. She would take people in and under her wing. She was also a fucking riot. Like, just watch her in Paris is Burning and you will fall in love.
And, like, very, understated.
Oh, yeah. Like, she's witty and sarcastic, but wicked dry.
Edit out, 5 of the likes that I had to say.
But watching her in that documentary makes you want her to be in your life.
Yes.
Like, in R.I.P. because she's gone. But when you watch it, you're just like, damn it, I want to hang out with you.
Right.
Like, I just want Dorian Corey to be sitting there just, like, commentating on shit. So she was a fierce competitor, though. Like I said, you did not fuck with her. On the ballroom circuit, she was a force to be reckoned with. One of her costumes had a huge feather cape that she created herself, and it turned into a tent that covered the entire audience. Stop. Like, no shit.
Can you imagine?
Covered the entire audience.
How do you even make that? How do you even learn to make
She's
that?
a fucking badass,
How do you get
man.
that many feathers?
She's supremely talented when it came to costumes.
That's so cool.
She lived in Harlem on West 140th Street, and at the time it was a really bad neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Like, real bad. Legit gunfights broke out during the filming of Paris is Burning. While it happened, Jenny Livingston said that all of a sudden she heard gunshots outside the window, and Dorian was super casual and just said, gunfight at OK Corral, and then just moved on. Like, just whatever.
She's like, so that's regular.
Her last performance was May 8th, 1993 at Sally's for their Grammy night, where she got Entertainer of the Year.
Love it.
She died at Columbia Presbyterian Medical Center in Manhattan, August 23rd, 1993, from complications due to the AIDS virus. She was only 56 years old.
That's pretty young.
I know, that's really sad.
That is sad.
After her death, all of these costumes and belongings and treasures were left in her apartment. Mm-hmm. Her fellow drag performer, Lois Taylor, was kind of like her caretaker. Mm-hmm. Like, she cared for Dorian during her final days. She was in charge of her estate. Lois is the one who found the shocking item in her apartment after her death that we are going to discuss.
Dun, dun, dun.
She had instructed her closest friends, and especially Lois, she said, take what costumes you want and then sell the rest or give the rest away. Mm-hmm. I imagine she just wanted her hard work to be
used,
you know, like she didn't want it just to be garbage.
Right.
So Lois told New York Magazine that they went into the apartment with customers. Lois said, quote,
oh my God, with customers?
Yes. So Lois said, quote, "Child, it's what Dorian told me to do. Take the costumes I wanted and sell the rest. So I had customers. They were going to a Halloween show. When asked if it was a drag ball that they were going to, Lois said, no. It was straight people. They wanted Dorian's capes. She was one hell of a seamstress, honey. One time she wore a gold cape that covered the whole ballroom floor."
Amazing.
So Lois brings these people up there. And it's just two, like, straight dudes, I'm pretty sure, that just, like, wanted capes. Mm-hmm. And they enter the small walk-in closet that housed most of Dorian's amazing costumes. And in this room, there was a green plaid garment bag, that, like, a hanging garment bag.
Yeah.
It was big, it was bulky, and it was on the floor, folded over. No one noticed it. No one was like, what's that crazy garment bag? It was just a random garment bag.
Sure.
Lois said it weighed a ton. And they'd looked through a ton of stuff. They couldn't really find what they were looking at for, so they went to this and were like, what's in this? Mm-hmm. Weighed a ton. So she was like, this is probably something really awesome. Because she loved doing, like, beading and shit. And she was like, this is probably something crazy beaded, and that's why it's heavy.
Right.
This didn't strike them as super crazy because I was listening to the Red Handed podcast about this, which Red Handed is a great podcast. Go listen to them.
I haven't listened to that.
They're great. They point out in their coverage of this case that one of Dorian's gowns for one of the balls was a Marie Antoinette gown. Like a full, huge gown. And it had a guillotine attached to it.
Shut up.
Like, so she didn't
just... so maybe that's what that was.
Yeah, she did not just wear a gown. She created a look.
Like props to go with it.
Went for it. So she told one of the customers, so Lois was like, you open it, go look in it. So she gave the customer some scissors that were there, and she was like, just cut it open, because it was so heavy that they couldn't even get to the zipper underneath.
Right.
So they did, and as soon as they cut into it, the unmistakable stench of human decomp filled the room.
Fun.
They immediately called the police.
Yeah. Good call.
And Lois told New York Magazine, quote, "That's what I told the cops. I cussed them out, child. They said, if we find your fingerprints on it, and I said, I'll tell you one motherfucking thing. You might see my hands on top of that damn thing, but I only weigh 135 pounds. I couldn't move that thing." Now, this is really sad because, of course, when someone finds a dead body, the first thing the investigators have to do is clear them. But I can't help but feel like in Harlem at this time, a queer black drag queen was going to be looked at a lot.
Well, and they're just going to peg it on you because it's
that's
the
the thing.
thing
They're
going
to peg it on you. Right. And I feel like she felt like she had to be like, no. Like, my fingerprints are going to be on it because I just touched the bag, but like, it just...
but I have nothing to do with this.
And a lot of theories in this case are going to go back to the reason that this body was here and the police were not called could have been because Dorian Corey was a black drag queen at the time. And that was not something that the cops, you know, were going to look at as...
take seriously.
Yeah, they were going to be... this wasn't... Even now. I mean, even now people of color have to be careful who they call,
especially
when they call,
now.
What situation is going on, which sucks.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
But being a black drag queen in Harlem in the early 90s at this 90s, point,
yep.
it was not gonna be an easy situation.
Well, and I'm sure you had to kind of like take it upon your own hands and be like, is this worth...
It's honestly, and at this point, there's a quote from Dorian that says she's talking about realness, and she says that if you can make it, realness is being able to walk from the subway home and returning home not covered in blood.
Oh God!
As yourself, and that's when you have like passed and your realness. And she says it's usually the younger ones that can do that, but like. She's literally talking about if you can walk from the subway to your home without getting the shit kicked out of you just for being who you are, then you've passed the realness test. Right. That sucks.
That's awful.
But that gives you an idea of like what was going on at this time especially.
Right.
And obviously today it's still a situation.
Yeah.
So it just sucks. So inside of this garment bag, there was a dead body. Partially mummified. It was a man in the fetal position with a bullet in his head. Oof. Covered in baking soda, plastic bags, and wrapped in naugahyde.
What is Naugahyde?
Naugahyde? Glad you asked. Naugahyde is a rubber-based artificial leather, like the kind that is in like fake leather jackets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And why baking soda?
Just for the smell.
Oh, okay.
So like you'll put like baking soda in the back of your refrigerator to kind of keep everything smelling fresh.
I did know that.
Yeah. So he was wearing ragged blue and white boxers and nothing else.
Okay.
He was yellow and purple and partially mummified, like I said. This means that he was also partially decomposed.
Right.
Now,
and
inside,
stanky.
Real stanky. So inside of the bag with him was an array of beer can flip tops. Like when they opened the bags like fell out, like all these flip tops fell out.
Yeah.
These flip tops had not been used since the 70s, which made them believe he was dead between 15 and 25 years at the time. I have a little problem with that being used to time him, like to date his death, because like those could have just been in the bag that they used to put on top of him, like before he was, you know what I mean? Because I don't think he was dead for that long.
Right.
I just don't believe, I have no real basis
you think
for
he
that.
would have been more decomposed?
I don't know. No, I mean, he could have been fairly, because he was partially mummified. And keeping him in like an airtight thing like that definitely would have helped. But I don't know. I just, like, I think the timeline doesn't add up with what I think happened. So I'm just like, maybe I'm forming it to my own timeline.
Fuck that theory.
But I still just think, I mean, they didn't use those flip tops as like the definitive.
Yeah.
But they used it as like helping to aid the timeline.
Right.
So a murder investigation was now active because he had a bullet hole in his head. It's like, we know. The lead investigators on the case were Alfred Travers and John Rowe. The forensic specialist on the case was Raul Figueroa. Mm-hmm. Raul Figueroa is the only one that will actually like talk about this case. The other two are just like harumph. It's an active investigation. I'm not talking about it. Like
rude.
Yeah.
The Colonel's cooked up a new $10 bucket of the day just for you. Monday, 24 nuggets for $10. Tuesday, 8-piece fried chicken for $10. Wednesday, 10 wings for $10. Thursday, 8 tenders for $10. Friday, 24 nuggets for... Ooh, you guessed it, didn't you? $10. The $10 bucket of the day deal. Every weekday, only at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra.
So Figueroa is great.
He's real.
He's real. And he was also like a mortician. I mean, he was awesome.
Yeah.
So Figueroa was really innovative as well in forensics. And so we need to find out, I was involved in this investigation. They needed to find out who this guy was.
Right.
And obviously, you know, he
can
was
be
not in the greatest shape. And so they were like, who the fuck are you? So what they did was they cut the fingers, each finger at the second joint.
Hoofa.
And they used them to try to identify the body. He used a secret technique that he will not give away, which good on him.
That's cool.
He did it over 7 days to make the fingerprints readable again. He basically hardened them up somehow with like some technique. He was able to get all 10 fingerprints, which is nuts.
To this day, he still won't say what he did?
Still won't say what he did.
I wonder why, though, because it could
it's
help.
A good technique. Well, because, like, it's his technique.
But what if he dies and then...
Then he dies with that technique.
I think that kind of stinks. I think he should share it.
I don't know. Go Figueroa. That's what I say.
I just think he could, like, aid in further investigations.
I'm sure other people have techniques as well.
Yeah, whatever.
But, you know.
Okay.
I
digress.
What happened was the fingertips they'd all worn away to some, like, because the first layers of skin had worn away because of slippage. And it basically causes those layers of skin to goo away.
Yummy.
And that's a scientific term, goo away.
And I thought you were talking about slippage.
No, goo away.
Oh, okay.
That's very scientific.
One word or two?
Slippage is a scientific. Goo away is not. Slippage.
Thank you.
Slippage had occurred because the body was decades old. Since, like I said, it had partially decomposed. Figueroa said, quote, when you have, and this is real gross, when you have all of this wrapping, no air is getting to it, but it's still losing liquid out of its body. So the body sort of floats in its own soup.
Yummy.
So that's why the slippage occurred.
Like
it's floating in its own soup. So slippage is occurring. And I'm just going to get sciencey for a second here because any chance I can.
You are?
I'm all about it.
You never do that.
And if anyone listened to my Body Farm episode, you might know a little bit about this, but the two phases of decomposition can be simplistically broken down to autolysis, and putrefaction.
I like that word.
Which one?
Putrefaction.
I like that too. Putrefaction. Autolysis is basically self-digestion.
What?
So we're examples of aerobic organisms opposed to anaerobic organisms, which means we thrive in an environment with oxygen. We also respire anaerobically, but like that's another podcast entirely. But when aerobic organisms die, the body becomes rife with carbon dioxide.
Okay.
This environment causes necrosis, or one of the forms of cell death, the other being apoptosis. Apoptosis is different because it's triggered by pretty normal things in the body, like menstruation. It's called programmed cell death, apoptosis. And necrosis is triggered by injury, trauma, and it's premature cell death.
Okay.
So necrosis is unprogrammed cell death, and it will cause a cascade effect that breaks down other cellular structures in the body. And because the body is not actively producing an immune response to clean up those dead cells, because normally like phagocytes would come out and they would clean up those dead cells. So these dead cells collect and they break down other structures. So autolysis is happening in a couple of days. And first there's going to be bully, which are pustules on the skin filled with fluid. That's
Bullies
what happens
are
right
pustules.
after. They are like cysts on the skin. So skin slippage starts occurring at this point, and the skin will slaw off in big sheets.
I don't like coleslaw.
Like, okay. Like an entire sheet of skin on a hand will come off in like a degloving situation.
Are you done?
So that's fun. I just wanted you all to know the science.
No, you're really smart. I bet a lot appreciate appreciate that.
I hope you guys
including
do.
myself. I also appreciate that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So anyways,
this bitch went to Harvard.
Anyways, the body was identified as Robert Bobby Worley. He was a black man. He was 5'10", 140 pounds approximately. He was born December 18th, 1938. He had been arrested in 1963 for assaulting and raping a woman.
Great.
And he served at Sing Sing for 3 years. And
It's called Sing Sing?
It's called Sing Sing.
That's
You've never
fun.
heard of that prison?
No.
Wow. Look at that, guys.
Thanks for calling me out 2020.
So he came from a family of 7 kids from North Carolina. So the question was, what happened here, and how did he end up with a bullet in his head stuffed in a garment bag in Dorian Corey's apartment closet?
Self-defense, I'm already calling it.
I think so too.
Dorian Corey does nothing wrong.
I'm calling it. Well, the theories were mainly that they had a relationship and she had to protect herself. Maybe, she shot him in self-defense during a fight.
He already raped one woman.
Or that he was an intruder who was robbing her since it was a bad neighborhood and she shot him in self-defense.
Uh-huh.
Dorian did have a .22 caliber gun for protection. So according to the New York Magazine piece on this case, which I'm going to link in the show notes because it's a great piece and everyone should read it.
Cool.
Bobby Worley got out of Sing Sing in 1966, and around 67, 68, he went to live with his brother Fred in New York City just for a bit. He changed his name to Bobby Wells, and he was a raging alcoholic.
Perfect.
His brother said he had a son that he abandoned, didn't see.
Great guy.
And while living with him, he became infatuated with a woman who lived next door. He ended up, quote, roughing up her son, who was 7 years old, when she refused his advances.
Roughing up her son?
Roughing up a 7-year-old because his mother would not date him.
Like that was going to make her want to date him?
Exactly. And she threatened to call the police, so after 3 months of living with his brother, he just split and disappeared.
What a
That was the last he had, he heard from him one more time, but he was he basically just disappeared after that. As soon as he heard police, he was like, bye now.
And he was probably like, good riddance.
And it's rough up a 7-year-old, a child of a woman, and she'll definitely fall all over herself for you.
Dating 101.
You fucking idiot. And you know what? I'm sure somebody's going to email and be like, he is dead. How dare you call him an idiot?
He
raped a woman and he beat up a 7-year-old. So I really...
So don't email me.
Don't
Don't
at me.
That came from voguing.
Yeah. So let's see. So he disappeared. In fact, when they heard he was dead, his family, they had him buried in a potter's field in Hart's Island. They unclaimed and buried by the city because they were like, yeah, cool. All right, bye.
I relate to that.
Yeah, like they were not into it. You're buried in a potter's field. So his brother also ended up talking to this reporter for the New York Magazine piece. And he said his brother did have a relationship with a transgender woman. He said one night he called him shit-faced and thought he had called this woman. Mm-hmm. So Fred just stayed on the line and like just let him talk.
What's the tea?
So he called her Dorian.
Okay.
When asked if he could have abused, so the reporter was like, could he have abused or tried to hurt Dorian?
He was like, hell yeah.
And his brother believed that it was likely, as he was a piece of absolute garbage.
Correct.
So they were like, he was like, yeah, he definitely could have abused her, and like that could have been something that happened. When asked if it seemed like Dorian had intentionally wrapped the body, like they asked some of her like friends or in the investigators, like, did you think that Dorian intentionally wrapped the body like a mummy in some like Egyptian process because she was extra? Like, was this like something she wanted?
Maybe she just didn't want it to stink up her house.
Well, Figueroa said no. He said, quote, and I love this quote from him.
Hit me up.
Quote, I don't think so. People just wrap a body in whatever's available. It's just spontaneous. You wrap it up, then you put it in a suitcase, then you put it in the closet, then you just look at it periodically and wish it would go away.
I mean,
same.
As one does.
Absolutely. Now back to the theories.
Okay.
There is another theory that I hate. I don't like this theory. It says that Dorian was protecting the killer of Worley, like she was not actually the one who killed him, that she was protecting whoever killed this guy. Oh. I don't like it because it doesn't make sense.
You don't think it's possible?
People postured that maybe when Dorian moved into the apartment in the late 80s, because she moved 10 blocks from another apartment in the late 80s.
Okay.
Whoever lived there before was someone she knew, and that person left her a little present in the form of a dead body in a bag. So people think she may have harbored this physical thing as well as the secret for whoever did it. I don't agree. I don't think this is it. I think this is relying too hard on that beer flip top theory.
Oh, okay.
Because the thing is, the medical examiner said he could have been dead between 1 year and 25 years.
Oh, wow.
They just couldn't time it because he was so... They had just
in various states
messed with the time of death so much with this wrapping and like partially decomposed, partially mummified. There was literally no way to tell.
Yeah.
No way. So to say that just because of those flip tops were in the wrapping, that he had to have been killed when those were on the market doesn't fly with me.
You're right. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Yeah, it just
doesn't. So I think he could have been dead for much less time. But sorry, I have something in my eye.
That's okay.
I personally think he was in there for a few years at least, for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, it could have been like close to 10 at that point and still put him in the apartment alive when she was there.
Right.
I just, that one just doesn't have enough like grit to it.
Well, and like you said before, like she would protect you until you wronged her. I feel like she probably would have viewed that as like wronging her.
Yeah, like
don't leave
that.
me with your fucking
like
problem.
I'm sorry, who was she gonna protect for that?
Yeah.
And a lot of people and I think I mentioned it a little while, like a lot of people point to Lois Taylor, the one who found the bag for this, but I'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
So the second theory
I think that's too convenient.
It is. So the second theory is about like a robbery or an intruder or a home invasion.
Sure.
Several sources said that there was a note attached to the body in Dorian's handwriting that said, quote, "This poor man broke into my home and was trying to rob me." No note has ever been put forth of that. And the dude was dressed in only boxers.
Right.
So, I mean, I can't speak for all home invaders because I am not one, but like I know I wouldn't break into someone's house wearing just my underwear. I like that's just, but like I don't know.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Like khakis. I just don't think he would break into her apartment wearing just boxers, like just raggedy old boxers. And then people are like, well, maybe she got rid of the clothing he had on. But, like, first of all, why would she get rid of his clothing? Like, that would be weird. And two, why would she only leave his boxers on?
Maybe he was wearing something hella fetch and she used it for a costume. I'm not kidding.
That'd be sick.
Maybe he had like a nice leather coat on and she was like, this would go lovely with my thing that's going to cover the entire fucking ballroom floor.
There you go.
And you wronged me, so I'm going to use it.
I just don't think so.
Probably not.
But, you know, that's nice. And remember, the police again, if this was this whole like intruder robbery self-defense thing, he was also shot in the back of the head. Mm-hmm. You don't normally shoot home invaders in the back of the head. I don't know. Like, you're usually just shooting at them because they're in your home. Right. You're not really like execution style shooting them in the back of the head.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't know. But to me, that's not like super lining up with it. And then it's like people will be like, well, if that was the case, she could have just called the police and been like, he was invading my home.
But not back
shoot him. But it goes back to, this is a black drag queen.
Right.
The police are not going to buy, he broke into my home and I had to shoot him out of protection. She would have been in jail forever.
Right.
Like, that would have just been it. So the third theory is the lovers theory.
Okay.
This I believe, I think.
Okay.
So this is the theory that says that Dorian Corey and Worley had a relationship of some kind, be it like a full-blown relationship or just like a sexual relationship, like some form of relationship, in that it was either abusive, you know, just in general, or that they got in some kind of fight. She felt threatened and she shot him in self-defense.
Right.
Maybe he came at her. We don't know. Again, the only people who know this are Dorian Corey and Bobby Worley.
Correct.
But
and they both took it to the grave.
I think the fact that his own brother said that he called him once and called him Dorian and was talking like they were in a relationship. In fact, Fred, his brother, said that when he was calling him Dorian, he was like acting like he was trying to smooth over a quarrel they had had.
Oh.
So this all kind of adds up. And then also, Dorian's doorman said that they were lovers. Okay. And that he used to see him come into the apartment.
Right.
And he also said, like, yeah, he's dead. Yeah. And then he was like, I also used to hear them like arguing, fighting, and he was definitely abusive. So this all kind of leads me to believe, I mean, the Dorian thing with his brother really makes me think that this is what the case was.
Right.
No one can really confirm this because everyone's like, I don't know, she might just not have told us about Bobby.
Right.
I don't think he was really someone you went and told all your friends about. So I think that is the case. And again, if this is the case, she's not going to go to the police as a self-defense thing for the same reason. Right. So it all makes sense. So Lois Taylor said that she gave a paper to police, and it was like yellow and old, and the paper had handwriting by Dorian, and it was a story idea of sorts.
Okay.
Lois said, quote, it said something about wanting her to have a sex change. It said something about revenge, and revenge ends up in murder. And then she said, quote, she wrote revenge and murder, and she put a question mark. It was like she was writing a story, honey. Like murder, she wrote. But I don't know. The way this shit was written out, I know it clarified me.
Can you explain further?
What I think happened was she wrote this little story about this person who wanted her, about these two lovers, and that this man wanted this person to have a sex change.
Okay.
And
the other person didn't want to.
Yeah, and that they didn't want to do it. The person got angry and it ended up in murder. Now, what if the case was that Bobby Worley maybe found out that she was not fully transitioned,
right?
Like, as in, like, did not have full, like, sex reassignment surgery, and got angry, and it ended up violent, and this is what happened,
right?
And it ended, maybe she was writing what happened,
yeah,
you know,
as and making of, like,
forming it like a story. And I mean, she did, like I said, she did have a 22. She once handed Jessie Torres, her good friend and the owner of Sally's too, her handbag before performing, and it was super heavy. So Jessie was like, what the fuck is in here?
And she's like, my 22.
She said, quote, just a little 22. If someone messes with me, I'm going to fill him with lead.
Yes, honey.
Like, so.
Yes, queen.
She was like this gentle, loving, caring, amazing, like witty, sarcastic human. And then also she was like, I will fuck you up if you fuck with me.
Yeah, don't fuck with me.
Which I think is just funny.
She's too real.
Now, Lois Taylor is, like I said, she was part of this whole, like, maybe she was covering for someone. So people think that Lois Taylor could have did it and planted Bobby Worley. They think, like, maybe they had, maybe something was going on there.
But she couldn't even pick up the bag.
Exactly. Now, they think, like, you know, did she plant it after Dorian died? She thought, this is perfect. I'll just put this body in her apartment. She's gone. She can't get in trouble for it. So,
but then also, why would she have handed somebody scissors?
Well, that's the thing. Well, people say that is her not touching and not being the one to discover it.
But it's like, why would you even bring attention to it?
Exactly. That's exactly the reason I don't believe this one, is because if she did do that, then she could have just done what Dorian Corey probably did, which is just leave it in a bag, leave it in your closet, and when you die, someone else will find it, and no one will know what happens, and you're you're free.
Right.
So it's like, why would she purposely bring it out into the light?
It just doesn't make any sense.
And then hope that no one ties it to her. Like,
well, and especially at the time that it was, still, I don't think she would have been like, here, open this bag.
Exactly, because
I did this, and
tied
then
to her.
She probably knew that.
Yeah.
So I don't think she would have done that.
Like, you have to know that, like, as careful as you can be, you could be tied back to you if you did it. So
well, and at that time, I just feel like you couldn't be careful enough.
Exactly. Ever. So that one, I don't believe.
Yeah.
Drag queen Pepper LaBeija, who you will meet from the House of LaBeija, in Paris is Burning. Pepper LaBeija thought she did it.
Pepper LaBeija thought that Dorian did it.
Thought that Lois Taylor did it.
Oh, okay.
The story was supposedly given to police. That story that Lois claimed that Dorian wrote. That story about the whole, like, revenge. That story, that little piece of paper was supposedly given to police. Lois said she gave it to the police.
Yep.
No one's ever seen it.
Okay.
Now, again, I don't believe this.
Do you think it's hearsay? Do you think it was never written?
I think it was written.
Okay.
I think that's a very weird thing to make up.
Yeah.
Like a very specific thing to make up. Again, we don't know. All of these people, most of these people are gone now. So it's really just anybody's guess. But to me, if Lois Taylor did do that and then, like, put it in Dorian Corey's closet because she was dead and she couldn't get in trouble, that's a recipe for an angry ass ghost. So I don't think that's a good idea at all.
And you know Dorian Corey would, like, come back in the afterlife and fuck up your shit.
She would read you to filth every day of your life. Yes. That's what she would do.
She would be keeping it real from the grave.
Keeping it real. And so there is also, to further back up that Bobby Worley and Dorian Corey probably knew each other in some capacity, there's a deathbed confession of sorts from Dorian Corey.
Okay.
So she's
like, don't clean my closet.
She spoke to another friend, Sally. It was while she was in her final days. She was on, the medication for the AIDS virus. She was deteriorating rapidly. She was kind of out of it, like, kind of talking a little bit of nonsense here and there, because it really does neurologically fuck you up.
Yeah, of course.
And when she spoke to Sally, Jesse heard her tell Sally, I have a secret. And basically mentioned, like, there's no, like, full transcript of this conversation, or, like,
obviously,
but basically told her, I killed someone.
Okay.
Like, said it. And so people were like, I don't know if that's just, like, her nonsense because she's on this medication and she's in her final days and she's really, like, everywhere, or if this is real. I think it's too much of a coincidence.
Yeah, it is. It's very coincidental if it is a coincidence.
Exactly. So,
that was a really dumb thing to say. It's really coincidental for a coincidence.
That would be real coincidental for a coincidence.
This is why no person should ever have me around.
I love you. This is why we should all have you around. So that's basically all that we have of the case. No one knows to this day what the hell happened.
That was
all we know
one.
Is that Bobby Worley died with a bullet to his head. He was partially mummified and in Dorian Corey's closet.
And he was an asshole.
He
got read to filth.
Now, the Dorian Corey Awards are a thing now.
I love
and they're
that.
known as the Oscars of Philly Ballroom.
Yes.
And they're on, like, the 25th annual one now or something like that.
Wait, in Philly?
Yeah, in Philly.
Can we go?
Right? I don't know when they are, but I want to go.
Let's find out.
It would be amazing. And like Ash has mentioned about Pose had an episode inspired by this story. The episode was called Butterfly Cocoon.
Okay.
And it was one of the drag queens. They find a body mummified in their closet.
Oh, shit. I haven't seen that episode
I think
yet.
it's like Electra is the drag queen who ends up.
Because Electra is who Dorian Corey is modeled after.
There you go.
Because Electra in the first episode, Venus leaves Elektra. Spoiler alert.
There you
But
go.
it happens
Spoiler
in like the first 10
alert.
minutes.
And like I mentioned earlier, Benny Ninja, who is on America's Next Top Model as a pose person.
Fierce as
So
fuck.
fierce. He was the father of House Ninja, and that title was given to him by Willie Ninja, who was in Paris is Burning.
Oh, I love this so much.
He gave up that post to Javier Ninja after, and this is really sad, he was emotionally shaken and injured by a train derailment.
Oh, jeez.
He was okay, like he lived, but he just like was really shaken up by it.
Yikes.
So he had to give up his title as house father.
And he's like an amazing dancer.
Yeah. So he was on America's Next Top Model. And before we end this, I just want to leave us on a quote by Dorian Corey from Paris is Burning.
One might say the best quote.
One might say. So here it is.
I always had hopes of being a big star. And then I look, as you get older, you aim a little lower. And you say, well, yeah, you still might make an impression. Everybody wants to leave something behind them. Some impression, some mark upon the world. And then you think you left a mark on the world if you just get through it. And a few people remember your name. Then you left a mark. You don't have to bend the whole world. I think it's better to just enjoy it. Pay your dues. And enjoy it. If you shoot an arrow and it goes real high, hooray for you.
I think that's an amazing quote to end this on.
Hooray for you.
Hooray for you. And Dorian Corey certainly left her mark on this world.
She lives on.
And I'm sure, Bobby Worley had potential to be a good person, but he chose the other way. So
We all have potential.
no
to
one
be
deserves to be
person.
murdered. I'm not saying anybody deserves to be murdered, for sure. But, if it was self-defense, it's self-defense. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Don't be rude.
And, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know if Dorian Corey murdered anyone. We just
don't know.
We just don't know. All we know is that she was a fabulous queen.
I feel like we're going to have really good posts for this when we post about the episode.
I think so too.
And if you haven't seen Paris is Burning,
Yeah, go watch it, guys, because it's
really good.
it'll give you so many different emotions all at once.
Back when me and Alaina could watch movies together, now we can't because there's always like 500 kids running around this place. Just 3. But one of them can't even walk.
It feels like 5.
We watched it like one afternoon in the summer, and I remember being just like glued to the TV, like thinking it was so cool.
It's just crazy. And the first time I saw it was in my gender studies class in college. And I was like, whoa, like it just blew my brain apart because I had no idea. I'm just some like white girl from Massachusetts, you know what I mean? Like,
Same.
Like cisgender straight white girl from Massachusetts. I knew nothing of this.
That shit will culture you.
But it was so cool to me. And it's like, and it also was like really sad that like these people didn't have anywhere to go, you know what I mean? But it was like all at once uplifting that they like created a place for them to go. It was just like all these different like, oh man, this is sad. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, it's so inspiring. Like blah, blah, blah.
It's wicked inspiring.
And then at the end, it's really tragic. So
yeah.
So
and
go
then
watch it.
When you're done watching that, go watch Pose. I think there's 2 seasons.
Yes.
I just started it. And then I took like a long break because I can never keep up with TV shows. But it's really good.
Neither can I.
It's really good.
I actually haven't watched Pose yet. I've been remiss.
It's
so
from
I need to start
same.
it.
I can't think of his name. I suck. But the same director that does AHS.
Ryan Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in.
Yeah.
for sure.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch it when I get home.
I'm gonna do it. So go watch that and go watch Paris Burning.
And then look out for our Instagram post about this.
Yeah.
And if you don't follow us on Instagram, you can do so. I love a good transition at
Morbid Podcast.
Hit us up on the Twitter.
A Morbid Podcast.
Join the Facebook group.
Morbid : a true crime podcast.
Send us an email, but not one that says that we shouldn't have said some of this stuff because we said it and there's no going back.
It's out in the universe. morbidpodcast@gmail.com.
And then you could donate to our Patreon.
Patreon.com/morbidpodcast.
And that's all we have. That's all she wrote.
That is all she wrote.
Right? Yeah.
That's all she wrote.
All right. Oh, and hey, keep your eyes peeled this week.
Oh, yes.
Because we're going to be announcing a couple things.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Couple places, couple
things.
Couple events.
Couple of situations,
so
if you will.
I'm going to shut my mouth now.
I don't know. Just keep a lookout on Monday, maybe. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Just
phone a friend.
Yeah.
That made no sense.
I loved it.
So we hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
keep
it
weird. But not so weird that you got a corpse in your closet for over 20 fucking years.
Hey-yo.
But just, like, do it anyway.
Don't do
that.
Don't do it.